We are going to be talking about the Stamp Out Smoking program, and the name of this whole program is Don't Let Big Tobacco Play You, okay? And basically what it is doing is just not letting these advertisements fool you, okay? They're going to show you a lot of good things, but in that very small, fine print, you'll see some other things that we'll discuss here in a little bit. Okay. All right, I'm going to put a picture up on the board. You have a couple of questions in front of you that you are going to answer about the picture, okay? Okay, so take a few minutes and answer the 3 questions about the picture that you see on the board. There's no right or wrong answer. And be prepared to discuss. If you were looking at this picture, or if you were out buying something, do you think that you would want to buy cigarettes because of this? Okay, how many of you like football? Okay, I don't really care much for it, but, you know, you guys especially, if I were looking at something like this, I would think, maybe I could be a big, strong athlete if I go out and buy these Winston cigarettes, okay? So we're going to kind of be looking at tobacco advertisements today and kind of seeing where, you know, what they do to the consumer and how they might make them feel. Some of the things that I want to look at today, and I want you to be able to answer, okay, by the time we're finished, are why are slogans used in advertisements? Okay, we're going to talk about what these things are anyway. And then why do you think the tobacco industry disguises harmful effects of tobacco use? Now, I'm going to walk around and I'm going to pass out these cards. Not everybody will get one, okay? But when you hear your word, I want you to raise your card up in the air, and then I'm going to call on you, okay? So I'm just going to kind of random hand them out here. Why do you think the tobacco industry disguises harmful effects of tobacco use in advertisements? Oh, I see tobacco. What is tobacco? Emily?
Green leafy plant that is grown in warm climates. After it is picked, it is dried, ground up, and used in different ways. It can be smoked in a cigarette, pipe, or cigar. It can be chewed, called smokeless tobacco or chewing tobacco, or sniffed through the nose.
Okay, so by the time we're done, thank you, ma'am, we will be able to tell us, or you'll be able to tell me, okay, why you think that the tobacco industry, here's another one, hides these things, okay? What's an industry?
A group of business that provide a particular product or service.
So now we have the tobacco industry, okay? We're going to put these up here on our word wall, okay? So this is what this whole thing's about, is tobacco industry, okay? And then I believe I heard another word, but we're going to come back to it in just a second, okay? Now, today I can, okay? Here are your objectives for today. And we're going to be able to identify images. Okay, now listen for your word if you've got one in your hand. You're going to be able to identify images, slogans. What's a slogan?
An advertisement, a tagline or a phrase that advertisers create to visualize or express the importance and benefits of their product.
Okay, so it's a phrase that's repeated over and over and over again to help advertise a product, okay? We're going to talk more about slogans here in just a little bit, okay? We're going to also look at packaging designs that will appeal to youth in order, okay? Appeal to youth. What does appeal mean?
To seem attractive or to tempt.
Okay, so we're going to look at slogans, advertisements, and stuff that would appeal to kids your age, okay? Or maybe even just a little bit older, okay? Appeal means to attract or to tempt you to do something, okay? In order to influence the use of tobacco. I see another one over here. Influence. Aiden, what does influence mean?
The power to change or affect someone or something. The power to cause changes without directly forcing them to happen.
Okay, to cause change. It's trying to convince you to change. But does it is it forceful? Is influence forced? Are you forced to do something if you're influenced? No, you're not. Okay? So, we've got slogan, which we're going to look at a little bit more here in just a little bit. And then we've got influence and then we've got appeal. Okay, so we've got most of our words covered. Now, we're going to look at the tobacco industry and how it uses advertising and marketing techniques to attract product usage. Okay, what do we have? Marketing. Okay, what does marketing mean?
The activities that are involved in making people aware of a company's products, making sure that the products are available to be bought.
Okay, so these are the techniques that they use to make sure that the products are going to be bought. This is whatever they do in order to get the consumer, drag them in to make sure that they are bought, okay? So, and then another thing is we're going to describe how the tobacco industry uses advertising and marketing to disguise the harmful effects. Disguise, she finally gets to use her word now. What does disguise mean?
To change the usual appearance, sound, taste of something so that people will not recognize that person or thing. To hide something so that it will not be seen or noticed.
Okay, to hide something so that it won't be seen or noticed. Are there a lot of things disguised in the food we eat today? Yeah, like preservatives and stuff like that, okay? So, a lot of the things that we're going to see in these advertisements they're going to be, the bad things are going to be disguised, okay? You won't be able to see those things. Okay, and what we're going to also look at what these advertisements fail to convey. Our last word. What does convey mean, Kaylee? To communicate. Okay? So, these advertisements are going to tell us a lot of good things, but they're going to fail to convey the bad things about tobacco. Back to a slogan. Okay. This is the motto or phrase that's used over and over and over again to get people attracted to their product, to appeal to the consumer. Okay, let's get off the subject of tobacco for just a second. Okay, think of a slogan that you've heard in an advertisement, in a commercial, anything, something that you've heard advertised. Daniel, what's a slogan that you've heard?
Arby's.
Okay, give me an example.
It's good mood food.
It's what?
Good mood food.
Good mood food. And it is, isn't it? Makes you feel good for a little while, and then you kind of crash. Okay, Dylan, what's one you've heard?
Off that cereal commercial where Tony Tires is just like, they're not good, they're great.
They're great. Right. Okay, good job. Luke?
Applebee's. That's good reason to see you tomorrow.
A good reason to see you tomorrow. Does that make you want to go eat Applebee's? Maybe. Kaylee?
Chuck E. Cheese, where kids can be kids.
Where a kid can be a kid. Okay? Vivian? What's their slogan?
I'm loving it.
I'm loving it. Okay, good. One more. Ashlyn.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Oh, Klondike bars. How many of you like Klondike bars? Right now, I'd probably take any kind of ice cream I could get. What about you? Okay, that's a good one. All right, let's go on. So those are some examples of what slogans are not in the tobacco industry, okay? But we're going to take a look at some old slogans that have been used in the tobacco industry, okay? Look at the board. One of the old slogans you'll see was, "More doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette." Okay, why would that slogan be? Why would anybody care about that?
Because people think since they're doctors, it'd be more healthy.
Okay, or if a doctor can smoke a Camel cigarette, then I can smoke one and stay healthy too, right? Okay. What about I'd walk a mile for a camel? Cole?
Just maybe to show how addicting it is.
Okay. It's so good that I want another one and another one and another one and another one. Okay? To keep a slender figure no one can deny, reach for a lucky instead of a sweet. Emily?
If you smoke the cigarettes, it'll keep you skinny and healthy.
It'll keep you skinny and healthy. It's all about image today, isn't it? For guys and girls. Okay, even though this is an older one of your slogans, it's still all about image. If you can be skinny and smoke a cigarette, let's all go out and buy cigarettes. But let's not really, okay? Because Okay, and then we've got another one that says, "Brighten up your smile." Okay, that's another advertisement. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to work with our groups for just a few minutes, okay? You have one sheet of paper in the middle of your table, and you also have a folder. Inside that folder are some advertisements. I want your group to take a look at those pictures. They're numbered, and we'll use those numbers here in a minute. So take 1 minute and look at the pictures. Make sure you've seen all 4 of them. Keep in mind, you know, what we do in our groups. We're all giving feedback. We're on task. We're using our soft voices. We're all participating, and we're staying with our group, okay? And we're respecting each other's opinions. All right, with that said, there are 2 questions on the board. Then there's a piece of paper. Answer the 2 questions on the board. The first question is, you are the consumer, okay? You are the person that's out there buying the stuff, okay? You're out there looking at these advertisements. What about these 4 advertisements appeal to you, okay? How do they tempt you, okay? How would they make you want to use tobacco? Okay, that could be cigarettes or dip, okay? Then, why are these 4 ads that you see in your group, why are they the slogans used in these ads, and why would they make you use tobacco? Okay? So take a few minutes, discuss with your group. Real quick, let's talk about the 4 advertisements, okay? We don't have to talk about one in particular unless you want to, okay? I numbered them so that way if you do want to refer to one, then everybody will know which one you're talking about. Okay, you're the consumer. What about these 4 advertisements or one in general appeals to you and would make you want to use tobacco? Cole? No? No? Okay, Emily.
On number 2, the firefighter, it says a bit braver.
Okay.
It might make you braver on a bunch of stuff that you want to do that you were always scared to do.
Okay, it'll make you braver to do things that you normally wouldn't want to do. Okay, what else? Jordan, you said look cool and what? And act better. That's what I thought you said. Nancy.
The woman in the car, she looks very happy with her cigarette.
Okay, and the woman in the car looks happy with her cigarette. So we could say happier. Make a person happier. Or we'll say make a girl happier. And when I think of that particular advertisement, I think make a girl happier and what? Richer. And I'm thinking prettier. What do y'all think? Prettier? Aiden, let's hear from you.
The boy in the motorcycle thinks he's all cool and smooth and all that.
All right.
On number 2, the firefighter, like everyone, firefighters, they save people from buildings sometimes, but like people can trust them, so they're trying to draw people in by their trust.
Okay. Good one. Okay, we'll put trust. And I'm going to put parentheses over here, the firefighter. People trust firefighters, don't they? Yeah, Dylan.
For the last one, some boys want to be a cowboy.
Okay, and I specifically heard y'all mention someone's name. And one thing I talked to you guys about while y'all were talking, because I heard you mentioning names, like this advertisement would appeal to this person. This advertisement would appeal to this person. Y'all were naming names. So there's all these advertisements out there that will appeal to different people.
On all of them, but mostly number 3, and make you feel more free, like you can do more things. And
Okay. I'll put free to do more things. Okay, so all of these things right here would make someone want to buy the product, wouldn't they? Okay, but what are they disguising? What is being disguised in this whole thing? Alyssa, I haven't heard from you
Like
yet.
it can harm you and give you cancer.
It can harm you and give you cancer. What else, Vivian?
It can, like, if you're pregnant, it can complicate it, or your child might end up unhealthy.
If you're pregnant, it'll hurt your child.
Like it can like give you like in your lungs and stuff. It can mess you up there and give you like that black stuff in there, and it will really mess you up.
Right. Yes, it could.
Especially on number 2, there's actually a little warning right there. It says, warning, this product may cause mouth cancer.
If they're trying to sell this product, though, why are they putting that on there, Cole?
To hide, like they do it really, really small or talk really, really fast. That way people don't actually notice it,
Right.
so they don't know the harmful effects.
Right. Luke?
And I think they're actually required by law to put that it's harmful, but they do it, like Cole said, they do it faster in small print, so they don't want the buyers and.
They don't want you to
people
see
to-
that,
yeah.
but
They
they're
don't want
required to
people
put it
to
on.
notice that it's there. They're trying to hide it.
I bet if you look on all of these advertisements, you'll see it.
Like on number 4.
Yeah, it's super tiny. You can barely read it. Kind of create your own little summary of how these advertisements would appeal to the consumer and would make you want to use tobacco or someone else. So you may copy down what we've talked about, and then just kind of in your own words, use what we've talked about to explain to me how these advertisements would make someone want to use tobacco or buy their product. All of these advertisements say or make you believe these things. Do you believe that they really will make you these things? No. It's called disguise, okay? All right. It's called appeal. That's what advertisements do, okay? It's all about industry and making money. Okay, speaking of money, I want to show you this little interesting chart real quick that came from the stampoutsmoking.com website. Check it out sometime. It's pretty interesting. Got a lot of really neat facts on it. From between 1998 and 2008, that's just a 10-year span. Okay, you see from 98, this is the money in millions. Okay, not dollars, not thousands, millions. Okay, in 1998, this is just Arkansas. Okay, just Arkansas, not the United States, just us, just Arkansas. In advertising, they started out spending $83.1 million in just advertising for tobacco, cigarettes, dip, all that stuff, okay? Then it started climbing. Y'all see that little climb there? And then in, 2003? Look at that peak there. Is it $189.7 million in just advertising? Okay? All right, and then you notice after 2003, it started to decline just a little bit. Okay? I'm not really sure what it was after 2008, but I'm hoping that it keeps going down a little bit. But that's how much money they spent in just Arkansas alone on advertising tobacco. We're going to wrap up the lesson. Why is it important to be able to recognize appeal in tobacco advertisements? Why is it important to be able to see these temptations and trying to get people to buy them? Dylan?
Because that way you don't smoke and get lung cancer.
Okay. So that way you're not fooled into it, and then you don't start smoking and get lung cancer. Luke?
So we can recognize it and protect ourselves from it.
So we can recognize it and protect ourselves.
So you can stay healthy.
So you can stay healthy. Okay? Cheyenne?
So you can warn other people about it so they don't start.
Very good. You can warn other people about it so they don't start too. Okay, then how will being able to recognize the appeal in tobacco advertisements benefit you, Nate?
That way when you're older in the future, you won't be sick and you'll be healthier.
You'll be healthier and you won't start a bad habit. Nancy?
You won't have to deal with all that cancer in your body.
You won't have to deal with the cancer in your body caused by the use of tobacco.
And if you had kids, it won't go down as a trait for them to start smoking and get
Okay,
cancer.
is smoking tobacco bad for just you if you're smoking?
No.
It's bad for your children.
It's bad for your children and Sierra. Who else is it bad for?
It's bad for the people who surround you because if you smoke, they could breathe in all the other stuff what you breathe out,
Right.
and it would hurt them too.
What is that called, Ashlyn?
Secondhand smoke.
Secondhand smoke. Okay. One more thing I want to show you. This comes from the website. What does that big guy right there represent, Alyssa? Tobacco. Okay, so the name of our lesson today was Don't Let Big Tobacco Play You. Okay, so what he's doing is he's playing with those young kids. He's playing tic-tac-toe, but this is a visual representation of what big tobacco can do. He's playing tic-tac-toe with those kids. Okay, don't let tobacco advertisements fool you. Okay, don't let them drag you in. We've focused more on the advertisements. Okay, but this can help you help somebody else not be fooled into something.